Hi, welcome back to All About the Alternative. I'm the Gadget Lady. One of the things I've been planning to do on this channel was to show recipes, and I was trying to figure out how I can do them the best way on this channel. And I have some other plans. There's some other ways I want to do it, actually showing you maybe even in my own kitchen. But I found one way to do one of them here, and so if you'll stick with me, I'm going to show you how to make margarine. So as I was saying, one of the things I planned on doing with my channel here is to show recipes, things you can do differently, how you can look at them differently. If there has an ingredient that you don't like in the recipe, how can you change it to make it work for you? And in some cases, a lot of things like being dairy free or lactose intolerant, or you have egg free, or you have to be gluten free. And maybe you have to be on what I do, of course, being Jewish, being kosher, sticking to things that follow the religion or follow your customs. Is something you have to actually keep in mind when you're looking at a lot of different food items. And so this is one of them. And in some cases, like we have the Jewish holiday coming up for Passover, you may not want to have the preservatives in food, and you maybe want to be able to make something at home to do that. So here's one that I looked for because I needed some margarine at the time for a recipe I was making, and I didn't have any. So I started looking for what can I use my own home ingredients that would actually be able to do that. And I came up with a recipe that was actually really good. Customized it a little bit to make it work for myself, and that's what I came up with. So, of course, now normally I'm going to be doing some of the recipes in the future actually into my kitchen. But today, this one I can do right here in my own area, my studio at home. So, this one here, it takes a few basic ingredients and a few basic things needed to make it. Some sort of container that you're going to keep it in to keep it safe and stored. And you'll need that. You'll need something to blend it with, either a blender or you can use what I use as a magic bullet. And I like using a magic bullet because once you put all of the ingredients in and you're mixing in that, there's no chance for it to be splattering or anything like that. And it's very safe to use. You can even do this with members of your family. You can do it with your kids to show them how to make it. So it's very simple and very easy to do. You don't even need an oven or anything, so that's where it also makes it it's very convenient and very safe and very easy to make. So the ingredients that you need to make it are actually using soy milk. You can use actual soy milk, or you can find the powdered soy milk either in your bulk store. You can actually order it on Amazon too. You can also get it in any natural food store. And some of those grocery stores do carry the actual soy milk powder. You mix that up into your what's considered a milk, and you're good to go. So you can use that. You need some sort of oil. Now in my case, I'm actually using vegetable oil, just a natural, regular vegetable oil. But you also have the ability to mix it up the way you'd like to make it. And if it comes to a different consistency for you, that might be what you're looking for. You can also use olive oil. Just any type of oil, olive oil, you can use that. And you can also use coconut oil as well. This is food grade coconut oil. And you can just use some of that as well. In some cases, you might look at using with the coconut oil, using a little bit less than the amount that I'm actually going to suggest here, because sometimes, in case you want it to be thicker, if you want it to be thicker, then go with the amount or go with more. And with the olive oil, you may want to go with a little bit less as well, because olive oil can tend to be a little more on the stickier side and be that way as well once this is mixed up. And you need some lemon, so you'll need some lemon juice, and you'll also need what's considered to be a pinch of salt, or you can use the end of your a teaspoon, just a little bit on the end of a teaspoon. Also keep in mind if your soy milk contains salt in it, you may want to use less salt as well, depending on the taste that you want. If you want it to be saltier, use more salt. But keep that in mind. There may be salt in your soy milk already. So all you basically have to do is take your soy milk. You take a half cup of soy milk and 1 tablespoon of your lemon juice. Put that together and put it into your blender or whatever you're hand mixing or however you're blending it, and put that and blend a little bit. About a good maybe 1 minute of blending to get it to the consistency. And then take your 1 cup of whichever oil you're going to use and do about a quarter at a time. Put a little bit in, blend it, put another quarter in, blend it, same thing. So you do that until it actually is blended. And then put it back into the blender and blend some more until about maybe 2 or 3 minutes worth of blending, and it'll come to the consistency of your margarine. It's actually just that simple, and you basically have a margarine it's a white margarine. To be really honest, it's a white margarine, so it's not going to be like your store-bought margarine that looks like, the yellow coloring. If you want it to have a yellow coloring, you can give it a yellow coloring, but in most cases it'll be white, and it is spreadable. The longer you keep it in the fridge or the freezer, the more stiffer it will be. And if you want it to be actually the consistency you want, if you find it actually is more runnier, use a little less oil. So you can do that, except for the case of the coconut oil, which apparently makes it actually a lot thicker. So you can do that. Now the thing is to keep it, and you can use it for about a week in the fridge. It's usually for about a week or so in the fridge. If you're freezing it, lasts about 1 to 2 months in the freezer. And the suggestion would be actually to get one of those, the small cubes for your cube ice maker, and put it into that, and you can actually store it and just take out a little bit at a time that you actually need, just like you would with those little cups of butter. So whatever you need it for. And there's some other substitutions you can do as well, or rather you can change it up a little bit. If you want to make it into something for a garlic bread, you can add in the garlic, or any other spices that you want to make it into for whatever spread you want. Make it any flavor that you'd like to make it into as well. You can also add other emulsions, things like food. Well, you can make it any color you want. You can use any kind of food coloring to make it the coloring that you want. Or if you're adding in something like an onion, you can do that. There are certain other onion colors and things like that will make it actually the consistency and coloring of those products. And if whatever you'd like to make it into, so whatever you're using it for, you can put it on your crackers, you can put it on bread, you can just have it as a dip, depending on what it is that you're making. And you can use it for cooking just as easily. If you need margarine for cooking or baking, you can use this as well. And so that it's another substitution that you can do. And that's what I'm striving for on this channel, is to make up whatever, if you can substitute something in and change it up or whatever, that's an alternative, and that's what this channel is all about. So that's an introduction to alternatives in your recipes. So I'm going to look forward to making a lot more of those, and hopefully you can give me a like and a subscribe. Give me a comment down below if you've made this recipe, or if you've made something similar to this and how you did it. And I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.